said social, man. Loyalty over royalty. Y'all niggas know the vibes.
Fuck your kill this beat, bitch.
Whoop it. Bitch, I'm outside of some.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy Yeshuaa, and this will be my episode review of My Hero Academia Season 5 premiere. I'll be covering every single episode, if not weekly and bi-weekly, so be sure not to pull a Zoro and get lost, you know? So, this will be my short review of episode 89, so be careful with spoilers. If you don't care about spoilers, then don't cry to me about getting clapped up, you know? Because, you know, I did warn you after all. And with that out of the way, let's get this started. But overall, you know, it's kind of crazy. It's been like over a year and a half since we got to see good old Class 1A and company in action. So this will be refreshing in its own right. Granted, I don't really count those two episodes of like, what are they, OVAs or whatever that were released a few months back. But even then, those two episodes were pretty good. They were tight. So the episode starts off with a recap of season 4 finale with Endeavor and Hawks fighting the high-end Nomu. Just trying to catch everybody up to speed about that finale, which was still pretty crazy and epic just to look back on, even in today. Like, cause animation back then was, even though it was only about a year and a half, 2 years ago, it still looked really good. After that, you know, after the recap and then the new theme song hits in, which is definitely fire, by the way. I already put that on a playlist. We jump back into Class 1A and their shenanigans. It's good to see everybody. We see Eraserhead having a conversation with the class and tells them that they're going to have to do a drill, essentially. Do some hero work, basically. And it's like effective, like immediately. So everybody jumps into their outfits, their costumes and stuff like that, which is really cool, you know. It's classic My Hero, like my favorite part of it. And yeah, I really like this because I really like the part of that because, you know, this episode overall kind of started like really slow, and I was thinking like maybe it's gonna just be like a little lead in, you know. But I like the fact that it was slow because it served as a reintroduction to the class of 1A. So we got to see each individual student use their quirks along with the big three of the school, you know. And we even got to see my boy Mirio, even though, well, y'all know how I feel about that. Like, that was the homie. I mean, he's still there, but he ain't got his quirk. But I mean, he always gonna be the homie. But as you can tell, like throughout the episode, you can see that almost immediately, like all the students in 1A have gotten a lot better with their quirks. You get to see how they've been using them a little bit more differently. Which is kind of funny because, you know, you're expecting like the main character Deku to actually use his differently, but we actually get robbed of seeing him use his quirk because, you know, his personality kind of comes in a way, and I was hella sad about that because I was thinking like, oh, you know, maybe we're going to see like 15-20%. Nah, I mean, obviously he's not going to use that on a student, but still, you know, that's just me being hopeful. But, you know, I'm sure we get to see him using his quirk plenty as the season progresses, as he is the main protagonist, you know. But overall, like, I really enjoyed this episode because it was calming and relaxing and a reintroduction to one of my favorite animes that I can currently watch. And it even pulled a little Marvel scene, you know, like they had little end credits. And it showed some extra dialogue from the talk, well, a talk with Hawks and Endeavor, and also hinted at a conversation between Hawks and DABI as well. And yeah, of course, like, you know, I had to cover that. My boy DABI showed up. he pulled up and he had to talk with Endeavor, and I'm sure we're gonna see that going forward, if not next week. But overall, I want to say this episode was a full out actual W. And if it wasn't L, trust me, I would say it was an L, but I can't honestly say it was an L. I felt it was a little bit shorter than normal, but nonetheless, it was still great. I feel like the animation in itself improved greatly, like from the beginning of like season 4, and that's saying a lot, because like I believe the overall fight with Deku actually won best fight scene for anime of last year. But some people are gonna say this episode was technically a filler. It kind of sort of felt that way, but I don't see it as such, because I see it as more of a reintroduction to many characters and personalities and quirks of this show. And there is close to 16 to 20 students in that class, and including the big 3, and then we're going to be going into class 1B as well eventually. So we're going to be looking at it at minimum 30 students with quirks and different personalities. So of course this was needed to see. So, but I really did enjoy this episode, and I can't wait to see more of my boy Deku and Bakugo and Todoroki and my boy Ida. And make sure to come back next week to see what else is new with the episodes. But I can't let you go just yet. I simply have to address the elephant in the room. I saw that My Hero has officially announced a new movie and dropped a short trailer for it as well. My boys look fresh as fuck in that way. They look clean. Like my boy got he got the Supreme hoodie on and shit like that. I look forward to seeing what this movie's gonna be about, like how the story will take place. Because not all these movies are canon by any means, meaning like they're not taking part in the main story, but they're still great content, like overall, and they can each stand alone as their own entity. I may do a short video on the trailer itself sometime this week before, so be sure to look forward to that. I also have my Jujutsu Kaisen season finale video to do this week as well, and I'm gonna try to get that up before probably about Thursday or Friday. And I also am still gathering clips for volume 7 of So You Think You're Good. So be sure to come to my Discord and drop your clips and music suggestions, and just make sure that go ahead and hit your boy with a like, subscribe, and a comment, and let me know what you thought about this episode. You think it was a W? I think it was a W. But if you think it was an L, tell me why you think it was an L. But I want everybody to take care and be safe out there. Peace.